Welcome to the Guitars, Cowboys, and Hillbilly Music Podcast with Mr. Rhett Arnold and Jager Pfeiffer, and we are joined this week by none other than Mr. T. Dylan Moss. How are you doing today, sir?
Doing good. How are y'all?
Doing great. Yes. So we actually had a little bit of mess up with the last episode that we recorded. I'm not gonna point any fingers, you know.
I don't know what happened. We recorded an episode with you several weeks ago now, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Bad Brad's.
And at Brad's, and somebody lost the audio file. I don't really know what happened with that, but
Mistakes happen, but we make up for them. And you're here this week. How are you doing?
Doing all right. Doing good. Doing good today. Had a nice Fort Worth ribeye today at Texas Roadhouse.
Nice.
So my day's been pretty well.
That's
Messed
awesome.
around Stillwater all day. You know, it's still spring break, so it's not too packed.
Yeah.
Only for a little bit longer.
Yeah, they're all flooding back
Right.
in. All those dang college kids. I don't know who they are.
is that your go-to at Texas Roadhouse?
Man, that's like one of my favorites. Like if I'm going for like a nice steak, at least here, definitely. Like in the city, definitely probably like Cattleman's.
Yeah.
But yeah. Eat there. I go to Mariachi's, a Mexican restaurant out on Lakeview. We go there a lot. We got super cheap beer and really good food. So.
Is that your go-to Mexican joint in Stillwater?
Oh yeah, definitely.
See, I'm a Chico's man personally.
I've never been to Chico's.
It's good. It's
Really?
good. Go hit up my man Victor over there. He's
Okay.
he's a good guy.
We went in as a group to eat there one time, and next thing I know, I'm introduced to Victor, and we're at the movies. Like 10 minutes later, Victor's there with us. Like, he just left work to come. So
Yeah.
shout out Victor.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Him and his brother and his mom and dad own Chico's over there.
Nice,
so.
nice. Yeah, that's what I like about Mariachi's is like whenever I go in there, they pretty much know. Like whenever we go in there, they know exactly what we want every time. Like, they're just pouring it up for us.
That's perfect.
Sometimes they give us like the super big beers, and I really just need a small, but I mean I'm not gonna turn it down.
Might as well.
And then
if you're
usually
offering.
once or twice a night, they'll bring us some free shots, and we're like, man, we don't need these, but we're not gonna turn it down, so we got
Yeah,
to.
for sure.
So Victor and his family own Chico's?
Yeah, they actually own Chico's.
You think what I'm thinking?
No.
Sponsorship, maybe, potentially?
Chips and queso on every pod.
Yeah, every pod. Just some guac right there in the center.
There'd be a lot of crunching in the mic,
Yeah,
though.
that'd be difficult. What about you? Favorite place to get a steak?
To get a steak in Stillwater or in general? In Stillwater,
There's another place.
there's Freddie Paul's over there.
Okay, have you had that?
Yeah, I've had Freddie Paul's. Not in a long time, but yeah.
Yeah, I had it. I had a really, really good steak there right after I came to Stillwater. I just was looking for steak places to eat, and I went and tried it. And it was one of the better steaks I've had, like, in my life there. I was like, wow, that was really good. And then the next time, it wasn't near as good. It was kind of inconsistent, but it was pretty good. I mean, I've also Ranchers Club on campus.
You told me about it, but I haven't been.
It's pretty good.
Okay.
I mean, it's real expensive, but
It's hard to beat
pretty-
Texas Roadhouse, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, you got the rolls. You got it all.
out of all of the chain, like, steak places, Texas Roadhouse is bottom half for me. I know
Really?
it unpopular
You're like a
opinion.
Chili's guy?
No, I'm not even like
Chili's.
talking Chili's.
Okay.
I'm more talking like Texas Roadhouse, Outback,
Longhorn.
Longhorn,
Yeah.
Saltgrass. I don't know.
So what's your...
I think we talked about this one time, and I think if I'm going for steak, I think Longhorn is probably my. I know you're gonna. I really like Longhorn steak.
Really?
Outback's probably right there with it. I like. And Abby likes Outback a lot, so we go there quite a bit.
I can't
And
do
then
this anymore.
Saltgrass is up there too. I like Saltgrass.
I can't get
Sawgrass
behind
is
that.
solid.
Saltgrass is good, yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't do Texas Roadhouse dirty like that.
What's your?
For me, I'm putting just overall or steak specifically.
See,
Overall experience or...
I think overall experience. What? Give me both.
Okay. Best steak I've had out of all those is Saltgrass. But if I'm going for experience, it's Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah.
They have the complete
Well,
package.
have you ever gone to Texas Roadhouse and you know how they ask you at the beginning, like, do you want to pick out your steak? Have you ever picked out a steak?
No, I've never had
It'll
that
change
I
happen.
your
never
life.
had them ask that.
Well, I don't even know. Like, they used to ask that, but, like, they have those steaks posted up right at the front,
Yeah.
you know? So, like, if you go in there and you tell them, like, can you pick out a solid steak, it's going to be great. If not, I mean, they just kind of throw you whatever.
Huh. I've never had them, I never had that opportunity. I didn't know they did that.
Oh, yeah.
That would probably improve my...
Yeah. Well, like, you can pick a nice, it's a little bit more expensive. I assume they probably do it, like, by the weight or whatever.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you can pick out your steak and
Have you
exactly
heard of-
which one you want.
Have you ever heard of it? I think it's like Texas D Brazil. It's like a Brazilian steakhouse.
Texas de Brazil, yeah.
And don't they have, like, all-you-can-eat steak, essentially? That's what I've heard. I've never ate
Sort
there.
of, depending on what you order.
Okay.
I haven't eaten there, but I've heard a lot about it. They bring out the steak on
Yeah.
the, like, skewer and they'll, like,
Yeah.
slice it off. Have you had it?
I've never had it.
I don't know where
It
there's
sounds
one
really
at,
good.
but
I think there's one in Oklahoma City, I feel like.
okay.
I had this little list of places I always said to tell you we should go, and then
and
I
we
never
never go.
make time to go. That's my fault. Yeah. I've always wanted to try Texas. I think it's Texas D Brazil. Or I should probably be saying that differently, but I don't know.
Probably. I don't know how we got on steak, but
Yeah, I don't know either.
works for me.
Yeah. So, here's a question.
Okay.
Since we're on steak,
Okay.
what about just the best steak place or steak you've had in general?
Cattleman's in Fort Worth.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mine would be McClintock's in the OKC Stockyards. It's like, it's a steakhouse, but
Yeah.
it's like an old Western style,
Yeah.
you know, like with a nice whiskey
I
bar.
think I've ate there before, and it was pretty
It's
good.
pretty expensive.
Yeah.
That's the best steak I've ever had, aside from one I've probably cooked myself. But
My man.
Okay. What's your go-to way to cook a steak?
I'm marinade. So my buddy Slade Walkup taught me this, like, whenever we kind of got into grilling for a little bit, and like, so butter and marinade, like you marinate it, it'll change your world. Like
Like you throw it in a bag with some.
yeah, like I'll do some Worcestershire sauce, some soy sauce, and then always a beer, a full beer, and then like some spices and stuff like that. You know, just kind of whatever you like. Like
Yeah.
I like Worcestershire, a little heavy on that and a little light on the soy, but you can kind of do it whatever you think.
Interesting.
And then whenever the steak's done, you cut a little slit in the top, and stick some butter in there. Depending, like I like to go heavy on the butter and just
Nice.
let it melt inside there. Oh my God, bro!
Dude, I like
It'll
me
change
good.
your life.
I like me. Usually, whenever like I have a steak or order a steak that I really like, I'm gonna put like if I can get they have really good garlic butter.
Yeah.
I really like garlic butter on the steak. Just
Right.
and just let it melt on there. It comes out real nice and hot.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that's very good.
So then you full grill the whole time?
Full grill. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Me,
I like to do, like, at a restaurant, at a nice steakhouse, I'll get some sauteed mushrooms on top of my steak, and I always, like, push them off and then eat them with the steak kind of as they go, but I think the flavor from, like, the sauteed mushrooms, just, like, it goes well with
Yeah.
it, too.
Well, how do you get it cooked?
A medium rare,
Medium rare.
every time.
I'm the same way. If not, I'll get it rare.
Yeah.
Usually medium.
I would
rare,
get
though.
it rare, I feel like, if I really didn't want to, because I don't know, like, it depends. Like, I feel like I would like a rare steak, but not a too rare, so I don't
Yeah.
want to ever take that risk, so I always say medium rare.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat.
I've gotten medium rare like once, and all the rest of the time it's medium.
Yeah.
Really? I thought you were gonna go the other way. I thought you were gonna go rare.
No. No.
Man, really?
I've never. I don't know if I'll ever order that
Why?
rare steak.
Medium rare.
I've had medium rare. There's just times where everybody's medium rare is different. Is the problem.
That's true.
That is
Somebody-
true.
You go in, you're like, oh, this is like this could be fresh. Like,
Yeah.
You know.
But to me, if I get medium rare, like it's perfect because
Sometimes
if they cook it too long, it's awful. I'm sorry. I hate steak that's cooked way too long. It just feels like I'm eating a boot.
yeah, I've never had a well done steak that I thought was just amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, but if it's a little bit like light, like if it's medium rare but on the rare side, I'm okay with that. That's just me.
When I get medium, I want like a darker pink. And sometimes it's like just a tad bit of pink, you know. Like sometimes I'd say most of the time they overcook it for what you say rather than
Yeah.
like if you order medium, most of the time it's going to be just a little over medium.
Yeah.
But anyway, we're changing the podcast from music to steak.
This is Jager and Rhett's steak podcast.
Steak talk.
Steak reviews.
Back to the music. So, I know we talked about this last time we were on, but you guys went down to Key West, correct?
Yes.
I forget we talked about all this. But
Yeah,
all
I know.
that's- okay.
Yeah, the Mile Zero Fest, correct?
Mile Zero Fest, yes.
How was that?
It was a blast. We went down there, and we went down for the full week. Like we watched. We went for the whole festival, and we played on Sunday, so we got plenty of time worth of fun. And then I think we played on Sunday, so I think on Saturday Noah Bowman and then our bass player Rob came down, and so then we kind of had the whole crew there. Because at first it was just me, Caden, and then our manager Kyle. So then we were just kind of tearing up Duval Street, getting a little crazy, and then everybody came that night. We stayed out a little too late before the show night. But it ended up all working out. Got woken up with some hot tea, got my voice right, and had a blast, man. It was so much fun. Met a lot of cool people. But
So
everybody down there is just I mean, it's Key West, you know. You can't be having a bad time. So everybody down there is just in the best mood, and everybody's drunk all day. Like, not necessarily, like, as a good thing, but you know what I mean? Like, everybody, it's just such a good party. Like, whenever you go eat, like, you're not going to go eat food and not get, like, a pina colada because you're at the beach, man, you know? And it's January, and it's hot. It's nice.
Yeah. So I was curious. So what time are you playing during the day? Are you playing all day, or are you just playing, like, a certain, like, 90-minute set?
We played, I think we played an hour and a half, but I think we started at, like, 3. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, there's people playing throughout the whole day. And then the amphitheater, the big stage, starts at 5 and it's over at midnight, I think. And then, but like throughout the day at all the little bars and everything, there's somebody playing like acoustic or some full bands like throughout the day. But like the big show at the big amphitheater was 5 to midnight, and we played at 3 at a place called the Smoking Tuna, which was cool. It's like a little restaurant, but they had a pretty cool stage.
That's pretty awesome. Did the Great Divide? Did they play at the amphitheater? Or
They did last year. They didn't this year. They played at this place called Dante's Pool Bar and one other place I don't remember. We watched them at the pool bar, but like, there was people swimming in the pool, and it was just really cool seeing like these big artists and these like stages like that we play.
Yeah.
But yeah, they played at the main amphitheater 2021 or 2022 the last time that we went.
That's pretty cool.
You mentioned Noah Bowman, so I got to tell this story real quick. We went out to what was it, Boys from Oklahoma?
Yes.
When they did the thing at Tumbleweed. Yep. And so it was Matt Williams, Noah Bowman, and Trent Fletcher.
Yep.
And afterwards, Noah's walking around. So I go up to him and I'm telling him like about the podcast and everything. I'm like, yeah, we'd love to have you on. He's like, he was very drunk. Also.
It was his birthday.
It was his birthday.
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, and he hands me his phone. And he's like, put your number in there. So I put my number in there, and he sends me a text. It just says, Noah Bowman. So now every time I see that text, I think about that. And he was gone. He was having a good time.
Yeah, we need to get him on pretty soon. I think it'll be a good time.
Yeah, for sure. Noah's a great guy. He's a lot of fun, too. It's like the whole time when I was in Key West, my deal, I was taking shots of Deep Eddy's lemon vodka.
Yeah.
Which, like, I'm not, like, I like to take shots, but, like, I'm like a couple tequila shots usually. I don't really like to, like, rip shots. But in Key West, I just decided to get on one and do it. But then when Noah got there, we just started taking tequila shots. Man, we had ourselves a blast. It was a good time.
So, who were some of the cool people you got to meet down there?
So we met Randy Rogers, Wade Bowen, Mike from Mike and the Moon Pies, BJ Barham. I'm trying to think.
Mike and the Moon Pies. We were talking about that the other
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
We met a bunch of people there too. Like, I mean, I met just like even just random people, you know, walking down the street that are there for the festival. Like people from Nashville that don't necessarily own record labels and stuff like that, but just people that like are in the business, and you know, just like meeting a bunch of cool people that, because everybody out there is down there is for Red Dirt music, you know.
Yeah.
Like, that's what not everybody. I mean, everybody at the festival, they're all like from this area. They're from Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas.
They're just all down there going to have a good time.
Yeah,
on the
we met a
beach.
couple people from like Indiana who really enjoyed our show, and like we were talking to them. And I think we actually ended up playing a private party. They hit us up. We're going to play a private party for them on the first OSU game up in Indiana.
That's cool.
So, yeah. I mean, it'll be all right. Like, I've never been up there, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty cool.
Indiana.
Yeah, and they're big Red Dirt fans. Like, yeah, no one up there really listens to this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I'm surprised y'all are here, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, it's kind of cool. It's cool because like I'm sure like in Indiana they have their own music scene. You know,
right.
like
They have to.
out
You
west
think
they have
so.
their own country music scene, and obviously we're in the heart of Red Dirt here.
Right.
And like we were talking to, I think we talked to Shadowgrass about this, because they have their own like music scene over there, and it's more like because they're like in North Carolina, and they have their own like music scene over there. It's more like kind of a bluegrass scene,
Right.
as well. And so it's kind of interesting to see like all different types of like country music scenes around the country and how they interact.
Yeah, for sure. Like up in like, you know, or like Tyler Childers and
Yeah.
Sturgill and them, like in the Appalachian country or
Yeah.
whatever they call it. Like they gotta have so many artists that nobody even knows about that are great.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like we do down here.
yeah,
you
for
know?
sure. And it's just kind of cool to see how like all these artists progress and move to up to their potential, I guess.
Right, exactly.
So your newest single came out 2 months ago, February?
February 4th, I believe. Yeah.
That was last month, I guess.
Yeah.
Last month.
Okay.
It was 6 weeks ago.
How's the single doing?
It's doing well. It's definitely, I think it's the best. I haven't looked at the exact numbers, but the way that like I've been hearing feedback and seeing about it, it's definitely the best like single that we've dropped. We've got the best feedback on. I don't think that it has more streams than like Alabama Over Me, because that one's been out for a year and a half. But yeah, it's doing real well. We got a bunch of songs coming. Went a couple weeks ago back in the studio, and we knocked out all the roughs and the final acoustic for 4 new songs. And so hopefully by the end of April, we'll have 4 songs ready to just pop out as singles. That's what we were talking to our producer Caleb about it, because we were just going to do 1 song, and then he was like, man, what y'all really need to do is do it like, we'll do 4 for like all of my parts. So that's what I did the last studio day, just did all of my parts except the final vocals. So then whenever we go back in, it'll be like drums and bass. And then the next day we'll do like all the top stuff, like the lead guitar, keys, whatever we want to add on it. And then we'll have 5 songs to just pop out every month, just like that.
That's perfect. That's awesome.
So talk to us about how the studio sessions work, because I know there's some bands go in full band and they all just play, and then it sounds like what you're talking about is you kind of piece it together.
Right. Well, so we've done, on like our first record that we did at Studio E in Pawnee, we did 1 or 2 of those songs. We live tracked it because like one of them had like an outro, so where like it wasn't really ideal to do just like an acoustic scratch track for it. So we did a couple live tracks and then built it off of that. But at Space Brain, it depends if we go in there to cut 1 song, because sometimes like when we did Took My Fire, we went in there and like the goal for the day was like, we're getting this song done so we can drop it. So then like we start out with me doing just to the click, to the metronome. I'll do acoustic and sing the scratch track, and then I'll go over that and knock out the final acoustic. And then after that we'll do drums, get everything knocked out, then bass, and then lead guitar, and then rhythm guitar, and then I'll go in and do the final vocals. And if we have any like harmony vocals, we'll do that. And then after that, once that's all done with the whole band, we'll send out stuff for keys or send out for whatever, and then just wait on it getting mixed and mastered. But like what we did last time, yeah, I did all my parts for 4 songs, and so next time Caden will do his parts for 4 songs. So then it'll be like getting 5 songs done instead of 1. But I mean, it just obviously takes a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it saves us a little bit of money that way, and I'm kind of excited to have 5 songs in the bank. I could even, we could just set them to drop whenever. Like we could set all 5 of them to drop 5 months in a row.
Yeah.
And then just promote them. We don't have to worry about getting back in the studio and doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you have somebody that like you send them the song and they put it out on all the platforms, or do you handle that, or?
Well, I handle it, but I mean, like obviously, like not personally. Like through a distribution service, like we use DistroKid.
Okay.
And so you just like upload your artwork and the lyrics and whatnot, all that, the writers and stuff, and then I don't really know a whole lot about how it works, but I know that like that's where like we get paid for like our streams, which obviously isn't a crazy amount, but like that's where like our bank for the streams are in, and we can deposit that at any time that we need to or whatever.
We've heard that the revenue is better on Apple Music.
Yeah, well, and I don't know for sure, but I think a little bit of that is because people buy songs on iTunes. Like,
Okay.
well, like
Yeah,
not
that
everybody,
makes
but
sense.
like my grandparents, like they will buy the song on iTunes, and then they're still streaming it on Apple.
Yeah.
But they've also paid $150 for the song.
And is it just one check, just from Apple, or is it from Apple Music?
So
or
the way it
Apple
works on
iTunes?
DistroKid is it loads up, but it's like 3 months behind. So like we don't have any revenue from Took My Fire yet, and like I don't even know that I don't think we've pulled anything out. I don't even know what it looks like, but we just kind of let it stack up for whatever we get. But yeah, it's all just kind of together, and then I think everything goes in like YouTube, Amazon Music. People use like, we don't have a whole lot of streams on like Snapchat, but like if people use your Snapchat, your song on a Snapchat, you get compensated for that. That's not a lot, but like any time that's what like the plan we have. It's like insurance almost. Like if somebody has our song in a YouTube video, it scans for it and we get paid for it.
We're getting copyrighted tomorrow when I upload this. Okay, that makes sense because
Yeah, it does.
when I upload the Instagram, like the cover for the new episode, I'll put the music of that artist on there. So I always wondered if they got compensated for that.
No, by no means is is it a whole lot, but what I mean, like
I mean it's still something.
right,
Like
absolutely.
say like say your next song just blows up tomorrow, I'm sure like that money will
Oh,
start
yeah.
pouring in.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I don't really know what the exact numbers are. I know that it is different, though. Like, yeah, like, I know that Apple is different than Spotify. Like,
Yeah.
Spotify pays a certain amount, Apple pays a certain amount. But, like I said, I think that's because people purchase songs through Apple, and, like, the prices are different for Apple and Spotify and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, if you got 1 million streams coming out, like, I don't know, if Cole Wetzel drops a song, he knows it's going to get 1 million streams. So, like, he's going to make bank off that song, whether it's trash or not,
Yeah,
you know?
true. Yeah. Do you know if are you paid off how many minutes are listened, or is it just how many clicks you got on a certain
I think
song?
it's per stream, and I think that, like, to be a stream, it has to be at least a minute. I could be wrong. Like, there's a certain number.
Okay.
Like, yeah, you can't just, like, start it, go 3 seconds,
Yeah.
repeat.
Yeah, because I've always wondered that. I'm like, okay, how many of these listens, like, say, like, we had Treaty Oak on not too long. Like, one of their songs has like just over 1 million listens. How many of those listens are actually the full song, and how many
Right.
of them are that? But it makes sense that they at least had to listen to at least a third of the song to be considered.
Right. Well, yeah, because whenever we kind of first, I think whenever we dropped Alabama Over Me, I tried it because I was, like, looking at I still had Spotify back then because I have Apple Music now. But
Nice.
I remember looking at, because, like, on
Convert.
Spotify, you know, it'll show you the amount of streams.
Yeah.
It doesn't do that on Apple. So I would, like, click on it for, like, listen to it a couple seconds, then repeat it. And then I'd, like, or if I do it on my computer and then watch on my phone, like, it wouldn't ever go up unless you listen to the song. So, like, it's got to be something.
You're either just padding
Right.
streams.
Well, I was just curious. You know, like,
You need to have,
nobody
like-
was listening back then anyway, so.
You need to get like a computer that no one uses in your house.
Yeah,
Put it
automated.
in, turn it all the way down, click on the song, just set it on repeat.
Right.
It's constantly
Exactly.
playing it. That's what I'd be doing.
My electric bill going up.
So,
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was gonna say earlier you said when you guys were at Mile Zero Fist, said you had a hot tea in the morning, right?
Yeah, well, the morning before we play, so Noah's manager, Cole, he just was like, yo, you need some of this tea? And I was like, yeah, dude, I'll take some. Because, like, I was pretty hungover. My throat was a little hurt. You know, it was a long night.
Yeah.
And I drink this tea, and I was like, man, that is, like, life-changing. Just the way that it hit. I don't know, like, it was like, I guess, you know how some people drink, like, coffee whenever they're
Yeah.
hungover. It was just that kind of thing. Like, it was warm, and it just, like, hit my throat right.
I've heard people like drink like stuff like that hot
Yeah.
tea for their throat, like especially singers, just so they can get the recovery for like whenever they do day after day after
Yeah, for sure.
shows.
Well, because, like, that stuff's got, like, I don't know, like, the herbal,
Yeah.
you know, like, the Herbalife stuff that
Yeah.
is, like, actually good for you. And, like, it'll kind of help you, clean you up.
Yeah, I was just curious to see if you had any other like voice things that you did like routinely, like exercises. Or
I
anything like
don't
that.
personally. I just, like, I mean, like, I'm sing like just at the shows, but like no, like I don't really warm up singing.
Yeah.
But also like my voice, like I mean, y'all have heard the music. Like it's not necessarily like an American Idol style of voice. Like I've got like it's more like raspy. It's got
Yeah.
a little bit of a grit to it,
More
but like
authentic.
still clean at the same time. You know. Like,
Yeah.
It's kind of just original.
Yeah, for sure.
Not the silky smooth tones.
Yeah, it's-
that
I
everyone's
mean, I
used to.
kind of, I wish I could sometimes, but like it just,
Well, it's your own sound.
Right.
You know, mix it your own.
just ain't
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
There's like certain covers I do. I can kind of wail up there a little bit, but I'm just trying to mimic what the recording is.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Can we get a name for one of the singles, or is that?
One of the new ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got one of them called Respect, and another one's called I'd Be Okay. That's one of the ones I played the first time we came here. It was the second
Yeah.
one I played. And then we have another one called Broken, and then one called Same Damn Six Strings, which is one of my favorites. I wrote it a long time ago. I wrote it about like the very short period of time that I spent at college in Miami, Oklahoma, at NEO.
Shout out to Neo.
But yeah, like the whole preface of the song.
This is an alumni you're talking
You're an
to over
alumni?
here.
My man, go Norseman. Go Norse. Roll Norse.
Road North Row.
But yeah, no, the whole preface of the song is basically like dropped out of college or whatever, and then kind of talked about, like now I'm stuck on the road playing with the same damn six strings. You know, like talking about just like that's just kind of the whole preface.
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's way more country than a lot of our other stuff. But like
Yeah.
I think that it's really fun. It's like almost got like a troubadour kind of sound to it.
Yeah.
Like obviously not like Evan Felker, but you know like the music
Yeah.
behind. It's kind of
Yeah.
that.
Speaking of Evan Felker and the fact that they won't be playing Calf Fry this year,
Don't wipe my tears.
what do you think about this year's Calf Fry
I
lineup?
thought it was pretty good. I was excited to see it.
I don't think that was out last time we.
No,
Yeah, I
it
don't think it
was
was
not.
either. Are you gonna
Going one day, all
Yeah.
days?
I got definitely plan on being there all 3 days.
Are you going to be playing any shows, like at any bars afterwards?
Not right now. We don't have anything booked for
Okay.
now.
I didn't know how,
I usually
Have they put out the pre-party stuff yet?
Yeah, I think they put out the stuff for who's playing after parties. At least I thought I heard who it was.
I'm not gonna comment. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's out?
No false advertising on this
Right.
podcast.
But no, like we usually, cause we live in Stillwater, so we usually always go to Cat Frag. It's
Yeah.
just a great time.
I mean,
Always
yeah,
had
for
I've
sure.
been going since before I could even drive. I
Yeah.
come up here and I'd promise my mom that if I get to go to Cat Frag on Thursday night, I promise I'll wake up for school on Friday.
If you could only go to one day, which day are you picking?
I'm a big Parker McCollum fan, so probably the day with Parker.
Okay.
But what day is that?
Thursday.
Thursday?
Who's playing right before him? Is that the day is Giovanni right before him?
I think so.
So that's what I was thinking. Like Mike Ryan,
That's gonna be a good day.
Giovanni, Parker. Those are the 3 big ones that I wanted to see
Yeah.
on that. And Larry Fleet,
Yeah.
I'm a fan of him. I haven't heard a whole lot of his stuff. Like a couple of his songs I really enjoy, and I was really surprised to see him on the lineup because he's pretty Nashville. But
Yeah.
I didn't know who he was. I did a little.
he's got some bangers, man.
Yeah, I did a little research on him. I found
Yeah.
some that I liked.
I have a lot of I have a whole playlist where I took every artist, if I knew them or I didn't, I put 3 songs on a playlist by each one. I've just been listening to that.
Now, Reed Southall's gonna be there this year again, isn't
Yeah.
he? Yeah,
Reed
they always
Southall.
put on a great show.
Casey Donahue as well.
Casey
He's Saturday, right?
Yeah, we saw him
Reed's
at the
Friday.
Tumbleweed a couple months ago whenever he played.
Yeah.
November.
Yeah, no, yeah, he had pyro, he had fire going up and shit. It was ridiculous. And I was at the Tumbleweed, and he came out to a Kid Rock song, and I was like, I'm all about this.
Pyromaniac, Casey Donahue.
I know, I was not expecting it. He put on a great show.
Hopefully, we get to snag him for a podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna be backstage. We're gonna be the only media outlet backstage all 3 days.
Nice.
So
Are y'all gonna have it set up like this and just hope
I
to
don't
catch
know-
them when they come off
I
stage?
don't know. I was told we can have a table.
Yeah.
But
What we're hoping to do is get hopefully some short content as well. Do some TikTok shorts
Right.
with some of them if they don't have a lot of time. But if they do, we're hoping to set up maybe there or possibly the green room. if
I'm
we
gonna
get
tell
permission.
Parker I just want to go on his tour bus.
Right.
That new
Exactly.
white tour bus, and
Dude, y'all should have get somebody to walk around with the camera and just come up with the mics, just knock on the tour bus doors.
Honestly.
Just see who will let you in and get an interview.
Yeah. We know we're for sure gonna at least gonna get Tridio on again because we've talked to them and we have connection with them because they were on a
Absolutely.
couple weeks back, so we're really excited about that.
Reed Southall has a new song. I'm not a huge Reed Southall fan. There's the classic songs that I like.
Right.
He's got a new song with Chase Rice.
I saw that.
Oklahoma.
I haven't heard it.
I'm loving that song right now.
Really?
It's 7 minutes long.
Yeah.
So it's 2:30 worth of vocals, and then there's just electric guitar for the last 5 minutes. But I like it.
Yeah, he was banging it last night when we were over here.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah. You got any solo shows coming up or even band shows?
We do. We're pretty booked up until, I'm trying to think. I think until, we're booked out through June right now. And we're playing, we've got a bunch of full band shows and I have some acoustic. I don't have a whole lot of acoustic shows coming up. We've got a lot of full band shows coming up because it's kind of getting into full band season for us. A lot of the bars that I've played at acoustic, they have outdoor stages and it's been cold. Nobody wants to watch music in the cold. Mm-hmm. Not everybody does at least. But yeah, I play at Bad Brad's every month, and I play at the Cowboy Club in Yale every month. So I got a couple of those shows I always like to go back and play, and those are always good times. But yeah, and all of our shows are posted up on our website.
Awesome. When's your next Bad Brad show?
I think, I played there a couple weeks ago, so it'll be the end of April.
End of April?
End of April.
Sweet.
Maybe April 14th, actually. April 14th, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's your go-to at Brad's? If you're gonna eat.
The go-to meal?
Yeah.
Well, so I always like to start out with the pork rinds and queso.
Okay.
And they come out they're still popping. They're so good. I don't really like pork rinds from the gas station though. I'm just not a fan. But at Bad Brad's, I just love them. And then we usually get the fried mushrooms and stuff. But I like the Rustler. It's a smoked turkey sandwich with cheese, and I put some barbecue sauce on it.
That sounds good.
And then like some dirty fries are also always good. But I would say a go-to
Classics.
meal
Oh, yeah.
is probably the Rustler because I like the smoked turkey sandwich.
The dirty fries are
Yeah.
Outstanding.
bar none.
Vernon gave us a menu hack the other day that Rhett's been. Have you tried it yet?
I haven't tried it yet. I haven't been back there since.
Yeah.
I've been since all the our weeks kind of got messed up with spring break. So I haven't
Yeah.
been back there since spring break. But
Yeah.
the fried okra with the house seasoning. Vernon told us to try, and it's
Yeah.
pretty good. I did have it one time. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went over there. Me and her and Caden and Kyle, we went up there, I don't know, a couple days ago. It was this week. We went up there on like Tuesday, and Vern was like, "Why didn't y'all get this or whatever?" I don't remember what it was, but like they got a special every day of the week, which I didn't know
Yeah.
about. It was like it's Dirty Thursday or whatever, and all this stuff, and I was like, "Man, I didn't know that at all." You know, we sat there
Every day's
at the
dirty.
bar, right? And we sat there and talked to Vern until the shop was closed, and then a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Sit up there trying some whiskeys and. just hanging
Vernon?
out.
Don't
Vernon
get him
talking?
started.
can't believe
Vernon
Oh,
drinking
yeah.
whiskey when talking about whiskey.
I
What?
love Vern. I've known Vern for a long time.
Yeah,
He's a good dude.
Yeah, he's a great dude. So, do playlist this week?
Yeah.
Sure. You got 3 songs for us, you think?
3 songs. Yeah. Okay, let me hit you with one real quick. I've been listening to a bunch. It's called "If We Make It Till the Morning" by Jason Scott.
Jason Scott.
Yeah, and then
2.
let's do "All the Time in the World" with John Fulbright.
Fulbright.
And then "Wichita Falls" by American Aquarium.
I think you had one of their songs on last time too.
I might have.
American Aquarium.
That's my favorite.
You were Caden one. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's my favorite band for sure. Like I think just all in all. But I'm actually going to see their lead singer BJ Barham. He's doing an acoustic tour. It's like 26 shows in 17 days.
Wow.
So he's doing like a bunch of double shows because my birthday is in a couple weeks. It's on April 5th. So on April 2nd he'll be in Oklahoma City acoustic, and it's like all like small shows. You know, like
Oh, yeah.
ticketed like 50, 60 people in like a small room, and so I'm really excited about that. It'll be coming up in a couple weeks. You listen to that new Morgan Wallen album? What'd you think about that?
I have mixed opinions on it. I'm gonna throw on one of their songs. I don't know if you heard me talking about the Hardy album. I have some mixed emotions about it. But
Really?
yeah,
Man,
I
I was a
like
fan
it.
of the Hardy album.
That doesn't
Rhett
surprise
wasn't.
me.
I like mainly the back half. Like I don't know, and also I don't really think that they're great songs. I just think they're fun, and I don't know. They just hype me up, you know.
Yeah.
Like 30-06. Like I think it's really not the greatest written song, but I just think it's fun, you know, and I just enjoy listening to it.
Yeah. My first one is from the new album.
'Kay.
And it's "Man Made a Bar" with Eric Church.
Yeah.
Really been liking that one.
Yeah. It's
And
really
you made
well
a comment
written.
about that last night, right?
Yeah.
What were you saying?
It's Eric Church's #1 trending song, and it's not even like his song. Which makes sense because it's been like the biggest album in country music for the past couple
They said
couple
like
weeks.
all 36 songs were in the top 80 or something.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
That's crazy. Could you ever see yourself putting out an album? Is that anything you'd want to do? Put out that long of an album? Like
Personally,
a 40-song album?
No, because I personally know. Like I don't know. If I was Morgan Wallen, yeah, I would. But like I don't want to put out 36 songs because I think that I don't know. Like I would rather drop 3 different albums.
Yeah.
Personally, I'd rather
that's
drop
how I
3 12-song albums
Yeah.
and roll on that. Because I think whenever you do that, you're just like flooding your own music. Because like the last album, and I like Morgan Wallen. I like both the albums. I haven't listened to the whole new one, but like so in the last 2 years, he's dropped 67 songs or something.
Yeah.
You know, like that's a lot of music, but it's working for him.
Yeah.
But he also does have labels that are backing that with a bunch of cash.
Yeah, for sure.
Rock That Says My Name, Steel Woods, and then Trouble, Charlie Hickman.
Oh, you stole one. Gosh.
Beat that.
That was actually the first Steel Wood song I really, really liked was Rock That Says. That's one that like I discovered them with, and it was really good.
I haven't found a Steel Wood song yet that I don't like.
Yeah.
What was the last one again? Trouble.
Yeah.
You guys ever listen to any Them Dirty Roses?
Yes.
I like cocaine and whiskey.
Yeah.
I like
that.
Molly as well.
Yeah.
Well.
They were in Key West.
Oh, they were really.
Yeah, they were playing. Also, I watched this band down there called the Red Clay Strays, which I had never heard of them before, but they're pretty badass. I should definitely check them out.
Why does that sound familiar? You heard of them?
Red Clay Strays.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I don't
I've
know.
heard
It sounds
of them.
familiar.
They're definitely bigger. Like, I mean, they've got a pretty good following, but I'd never heard of them until we were down there, and like everybody down there was like, that's a lot that I heard. Like, everybody was talking like, dude, you need to go check out. You need to go see the Red Clay Strays if you haven't yet.
Yeah.
And they are cool. They're cool dudes. Like, they look. I didn't meet them, but they look like cool dudes too.
Yeah.
I like their vibe.
I'm gonna put on a Matt Williams song, and he's gonna cringe.
Okay. This is Matt Williams' biggest fan right here.
Right.
Okay. Osage County. I don't know why. I've kind of been
Okay.
listening to that one a little bit more. Let's sprinkle in some more here. I think I did this one. Broken Heartsville, Joe Nichols.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. I mean, you can't go wrong with it.
It's a
Got
classic.
the Joe Nichols signed license plate right there too.
Oh, nice.
The Dallas had. You see that Elliott's gone?
Yes.
I'm
About time.
I'm fine with that. Send Dak too.
Right. I feel like he's done really well for us. And like, no disrespect to Zeke at all. I think he's done great, but I think that his time is just over. And like, honestly, he's a running back in the NFL. Like, they don't. Like, a running back in the NFL, like, you're taking a toll.
Right.
It's like,
They
you're not
don't
going to
last
last more than, and what was it, been 6-7 years that he's been
Yeah.
playing pretty good football.
Yeah.
But Tony Pollard is the future, for sure.
I'm gonna throw in another 2000s country song, "The Road and the Radio" by Kenny Chesney.
Okay. I can get behind that.
I was listening to some.
I haven't heard that in a while.
I know that it's a good song.
Yeah.
I think Kenny Chesney's like first 3 or 4 albums that he put out were really, really good. He had some really good songs in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like going through there, what do I want to listen to today? I found that. I was like, why not? And I was like, dang, there's some good music right here.
I could see you guys playing some Kenny Chesney type stuff.
Some Kenny
Out at the
Chesney.
beach.
Oh, dude.
Barefoot, acoustic guitar.
I'm not even joking. We're like, okay, so there was a bunch of people playing that weren't Mile Zero Fest as well. You know, like the locals, like there's people there's always live music going on there playing Kenny Chesney only. Like some of these bars, like these dudes that are playing music down there that only play music and they look like Kenny Chesney. Like they all do. Like if you guys get Noah on, ask Noah. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. Like
There's like 50 Kenny Chesney impersonators.
it's just,
They all just shave their heads.
and they all are playing the
wear
same
straw.
stuff too. You know, like you go to and like it's fine. You know, that's what it is. Like you're playing for tourists most of the time. So
Yeah.
like you go to this bar and it's like Kenny Chesney or Tim McGraw, which like no disrespect to those guys, but then like play something that you wrote, but like none of them do. But then again, that's not what people down there want to hear.
They're all
Yeah.
just bald, have a cutoff shirt on, flip flops.
The dude that we saw, and I don't know what this place was called, but like he was cut off shirt, ripped, bald, backwards hat, flip flops, cargo shorts,
Yeah.
playing a Kenny Chesney song. And we were just like, dude, we gotta get out of here. It's like, that's Chinny Chesney
There's
right
too
there.
much Kenny Chesney here.
No, we kept calling him Chinny Chesney.
We got your shirt, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
And you hooked me up with some merch. Sorry, Jack.
Well, I hooked you up with the t-shirt last
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I wore it yesterday. No,
Nice, nice.
He was wearing it
Yeah, well, I
yesterday.
did wear it yesterday. I took it off, and then I took my fire on the TV.
Nice.
So where can people go to get that merch?
So probably tomorrow. So whenever this is out, before this is out,
This
just
will
go to
come out tomorrow.
JohnnyThomasBand.com and then click on the store, and it'll be live. 'Cause, like I've got it all built right now. I just need to put it up on live.
Is that including all the new designs?
Yeah, it's all the new ones. But so most of the like the hoodies and stuff, they're made to order. So if you order a hoodie, it's not getting shipped that day. It's getting made, and then that next week probably getting shipped.
Okay.
You know. But like it's like everything that we have in stock obviously is getting shipped like immediately whenever
Yeah.
somebody buys it.
Get the boot.
The
The
t-shirt.
boot. That's the one to get.
That's what
If
everybody
that one
likes,
doesn't
man.
sell out, I'll be shocked.
I
That's
got
the
it.
one to get.
We got another cool design that we didn't ever put out, but I'll probably put it on the store in a couple weeks. But it's like, cause we have a song "Sleep All Day" where like the hook is like, "Hey little mama, let me buy you a drink." Well, it's like this buck and bronc, and on the side it just says "Hey little mama," and like people went crazy over it, like loved it. But like it was just made for Caden's mom wanted one, just because like I had all these logos made up. She wanted one for Key West. We made her one, and then she was wearing it, and everybody loved that one. And I was like, man, this is not what I would have picked, but hey, that's what the people like.
If it works, it works.
See, so it's not open right now.
I can't look at it yet.
Yeah.
I was gonna show you the boot shirt because I don't think you've seen it.
No, I don't think I have either.
Yeah.
But no, the boot shirt. It's on our Facebook and Instagram and stuff.
Sweet. Speaking of Facebook, Instagram, got some handles.
Yeah. So Instagram is at Johnnie Thomas Band. Twitter is at Johnnie Thomas Band, and then Facebook is the Johnnie Thomas Band.
Sweet.
And TikTok is at Johnnie Thomas Band. We are on TikTok now.
Nice.
We got like 1 or 2 videos up there. We filmed a lot of stuff in Key West, but like we decided to probably not post some of it because I mean it was like we were partying, you know. So like we didn't post all of it, but we do have a video out on the golf course. We mic'd up our guy Kyle on the golf course, and it's like a 5-minute long video, and it is funny as shit,
Hey,
man.
speaking of golf course, we got some content to talk to you about after the pod.
Absolutely.
I think you'll be interested. But thank you for coming on today. You got a show coming up this next weekend. You can plug.
Next weekend, yeah, I believe next weekend I'll be at the Cowboy Club in Yale on Friday. Actually,
There we
it's
go.
always a good time. This weekend, actually, our bass player is getting married, so we'll be busy with wedding festivities.
That's pretty.
Real happy for him.
That's awesome.
Are
My
you
guy
planning
Rob.
his wedding?
No.
Oh,
No, we don't. He can't play his own wedding. And also, I feel like one thing, real quick. I feel like as a band, like I hate playing weddings because just for the fact of like the people out there don't want to hear a band. They want to hear the actual song. You know, they'd rather hear a DJ. Like they want to hear
Yeah.
Tyler Childers. They don't want to hear me singing Tyler Childers.
Yeah.
You know,
That
like
makes sense.
like this is honestly
If you're looking for a country DJ,
right. Exactly. Hit him up.
So find them on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok now, and go see him at Yale this next weekend, guys.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can we say?
That's about it.
Thank you for coming on.
No, thank y'all, man.
Rhett, you want to play us out?
let's do it.
Do you know what I heard the other day?
What's that?
Do you know why Garth Brooks is coming to Stillwater again?
To give money to kids who need it for the scholarships?
Well, yes, but he also needs Bad Brad's barbecue in his life again.
Bad Brad's Barbecue. Best barbecue in Stillwater.
Of course. He's coming all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, just to see Vernon and his whiskeys that he has at Bad Brad's Barbecue.
Asterisk, Garth Brooks loves Bad Brad's Barbecue.
Garth Brooks loves Stillwater. What else can we say? I mean, if the stars like it, you should like it too.
Yeah, absolutely. Obviously, no Whiskey of the Week this week again.
Yeah. Sad deal.
Vernon is just a tough guy to track down. He's a busy man.
he's
He's running the #1 barbecue restaurant in Stillwater. It's a tough task.
I hear it.
But he does it
number-
well.
The best barbecue in the state of Oklahoma, maybe even.
That's what I've heard.
I mean,
You get the dirty fries or the okra with the house seasoning. I'm telling you, the okra with the house seasoning, a side of brisket, you can't go wrong.
or like Mr. Moss had said earlier, the Rustler.
One of my favorites is the skillet cornbread that they make with jalapeno in
Can't
it.
go wrong. They
That's
can't
good
go
stuff.
wrong. And I think they even, go get you an old fashioned too. I mean, gosh, they're good. They've got these new smoke boxes that I saw the other day that they smoke your old fashioned in. They make it and they put it in there and then they fill it with smoke and it's really, really cool. Just go check it
My
out.
mouth is watering sitting here thinking about the breakfast burritos. The brisket breakfast burrito.
My gosh.
We had some the other day
Yeah.
after we filmed the Whiskey of the Week.
And I went back again the other day and got
Really?
one. Yeah, this last week
It's
I got
good stuff.
one. Yeah, it was
It's
good.
really good.
It was really good.
So seriously, if you haven't checked out Bad Brad's, you're completely missing out. It really is good. I would not sit here and talk about it if I didn't really enjoy it. So it's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Go check it out.
Of course, you know where to find it. Just go west on Highway 51 if you're in Stillwater, and east on Highway 51 if you're coming from Oklahoma City. And just go check it out. What else can we say?
Follow them on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. We post all their stuff so you can see what their specials are, all that good stuff.
Yes.
And live music on Fridays.
Levi Walker this week.
Cornhole on
Cornhole-
Mondays.
Cornhole on Mondays. Yeah.
So you could meet this guy on Monday.
I don't know if I want to do that.
You can't
But
meet
if you
me,
want
I
to.
won't be there. But
He's boycotting. Levi Walker this Friday as well.
yeah,
He's got some stuff brewing up. I've heard. And,
Levi's been in the studio.
Yeah, he's been in the studio. He's been going at it.
But I guarantee you, Levi is going to devour some Bad Breath
Of course.
barbecue before
You
his
can't
set
you
starts.
can't step foot within, I don't know, 5-mile radius of Bad Brad's and not want Bad Brad's.
It's just science.
It's a fact.
Is this a science podcast? No, that's science.
And that's Bad Brad's.
Where it's good
To be bad.